got music too. King, house. Yes, let's make it rain. Get in here. It's raining. Yes. Yes, house. Yes, house.
Dude, that's sweet. That is sweet.
Yes, house. Mackay. Catch. Yes, house. Yeah, big man. Great work.
Yeah.
Doo-doo. 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 House. Yes. All right. Come and see the show. We're doing it live.
Cool. That can, listen, that can be...
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Go, Effie.
We are on a sinking ship. We are on a sinking ship. You say we are one. You say we are all having fun. You say we are all in the same boat. You say that this thing will float. You say you had your doubts. Sometimes you wanted to get out. Instead you said give this a little more time and everything is gonna be fine. We are on a sinking ship. We are on a sinking, sinking,
The small disc, we're live. The small disc, the falter is smaller, so they're harder to feel into
yeah.
Well, this is what I've been using with what we're doing.
You can
And
have,
if your
like, you could
people are
do
the best, tell me why you
Yeah.
wearing those
right?
vests.
But
yeah.
you can't do like mold by mold, so there
Nope.
you got.
Yep. That's the same.
And now you got a couple. I only have one, so I'll be fucking. Hey, will you turn on that light over there? Effie stole your seat, John.
I know. I saw that.
Goes to the right. Yep. Yep. All right. What's going on? Didn't even do any of that. Welcome to Throwing Thursday. John's here. All right. So we got discs together. You can play with both of them. Be a good idea, especially
yeah.
if you're playing with.
Yeah, that was the idea. I'm gonna graduate Fern and Trout to these soon, but for right now, those are kind of working pretty well.
Cool. So we're gonna do some forms today. Sage Paws here. We're gonna do some forms. How's your low high toss? Is it okay? Yeah. Okay. All right, good luck. Famous last words.
I mean, it always needs improvement, but you know.
Yeah. You can say that again. So let's see. I don't think we're there. Boom. You don't have the audio. We have a little bit of audio going, and there was a sound effect on the hero thing. Now that's on your face. The reason that shit goes down there, you know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
All right. So, anybody have any requests? We should ask for requests first, I think. We talk about merch. How are your shoes?
Great.
Yeah. Yeah, and the dude didn't even wear the shoes to the fucking live stream, man. God damn.
I know.
We're not gonna do anything crazy.
I mean, you didn't wear yours either.
I know. Wearing them out. Cupcake.
I figure I'll be here tomorrow too, so.
Hey Michelle, how are you? I hope your games are going well. Should you do one without the sits? I can't deal with that camera. I'm gonna have to fucking get up there. I hope I don't fall. We're gonna lose camera B for a second. And I'm never ever worried about I'm gonna fall.
Ooh,
Except
goodness.
doing it on a stream.
Need a hand?
Nope. It was glitching. I'm hoping that I can just recycle the power. It's doing a lot of powering off. Oh, fucking GoPro, dude. You know?
Yep.
Fucking GoPro. And I gotta do this first. You gotta wait. We don't have tech support.
No, we do have tech support, but it's you.
Me. Bullseye. Alright. Yes.
Ever so delicately.
You see? Yeah.
You like doing
It's
moves?
a little off. You like doing moves? Yeah? All right, there we go. Looks good, I think. Yeah, not bad. It's a little bit down too far. Michelle, how are your games going? So, we're gonna do a lychee or Disc Quan Do form. There we go. Right. I'll turn on the other camera. We're gonna do the stance shifting form, and it's super important. It is a pretty important piece of the DiscDog process to be like loaded and ready.
Mike is
Sorry.
off.
Oh, I'm sure I have. Yeah, I'm sure I have some awkward position going on. Sorry. Sorry about that. Didn't even recognize it. Where are we going to put this happy? Huh? Where? Where happy? Where? Handsome guy.
Cupcake incoming.
All right, we got this space right here. I'll move that over a little bit. And we're going to do stance shifting form, you remember?
Okay.
John. I don't know if I do.
Why do I not believe you?
Daniel-san, paint the fence. Epi-san, paint the fence. Chill. So I wanted to riff a little bit about get off, how we use forms. And a big fucking goddamn you guys. Ready? Here we go. So we're in counterclock, right? You throw a low, high toss and switch neutral and load. And switch and load neutral.
Yep, I'm missing the load.
Right? And then we're gonna switch and load pull. Right? And so we're just going, the front leg will step back. So no, you're all right, you're in the right position, yeah. And then we'll go low, high, and the front leg will step back, boom. And then we'll go low, high, and the rear leg will step forward, and the rear leg will step forward. So it's neutral, right? And then it's pull. No switch step.
Yeah.
So the neutral is a switch step, and then the pull is front leg to back, and so you pull, yeah. And then the other one we pull back, and then we push forward from back to front.
Yeah.
So we have a switch step, which is neutral, and then pull, pull, push, push. We'll do it again. And the whole goal, guys, is to be loaded. My goal is to be loaded before it passes my disc. Ready? Boom. Boom. Now we pull, and pull, push, push. All right?
That felt better.
Yeah. And the reflexive movement of boom, pow, and load, boom, pow, and load. is really what we're trying to get here. Is that happens like this is what I do after I move, after I throw.
Yep.
So there
Yep.
you go.
Boom, pow, load.
go.
Yep.
There you go. Lesson number 1 down. Happy. Were you holding down the fort? Look at that. Hey, did you see that?
Oh, I know.
Right? Oh my God. So proud of you, Cupcake. She didn't even get off once. It's like a graduation thing. Now you fucking got to do it all the time, bitch. It's not. It's you're getting your. Yeah. Now you got to do it all the
You
time.
got your certification now.
Yeah.
Criteria met.
All right. What mixes off? I hope it's all right. Say something, John.
Testing, testing.
Yeah. Should be all right. So, Michelle, the starting point doesn't matter, right? The starting point doesn't matter. When you work this, you set up this very rigid setup, right? And so Mojo would be standing there like off to the left at 45 degrees, and you would need him to be in front position. And we want to get away from that front position as a need. You know what I mean? We don't want that to be a need.
Good dog stuff.
We want that to be an elective thing. That's the thing you work towards after you capture or hook up with the behavior, right? So with the where's the trigger, you want to present the cue, boom. And I would do it with touch, by the way. You got carried away with trying to get like a full weave and this and that. And it really is about the dog trying to figure out, when is she going to do that, right? And it's hard to generate that understanding initially with the through. And when you do it with the hand target, it seems silly. You know what I mean? It seems like, what am I doing here? But you're literally just trying to get the dog to attend to and enjoy the idea of, when is that target going to happen? Can I get it? That's the idea we want to get at there. And then when you set up your through in training, you offer that with the same spirit, and he jumps all over it. Right? He has that kind of zest for it, that need for it. Good luck. Good luck. It's hard to be creative and novel if we always start out in the same position. And it's the same in Frisbee. Front position is like the only position to work out of. It's like the just absolute natural one. Going around, another thing that's pretty natural for people. And between those two, we wind up always doing those things. And we need to do them. The through before a flip is terrible. It fucking bugs the shit out of me. Be like, all right, let's do a flip, and the person will do the through, and I'll be like, no, let's just do the flip. Like,
Yeah,
no, I can't. I have to have the through.
Just do the flip.
And if that's the case, you have to ask yourself, like, why, right? Mm-hmm. You have to ask yourself why, and what is that masking, right?
Totally.
What is that covering? Yeah.
Well, it was just like the other day on the Zoom call with me trying to get the girls in the studio, Oh, I gotta set it up this way, and then you were like, no, you don't, and it's the same procedure.
Yeah. It's always the same friggin' procedure. It's the same. It's Groundhog's Day over and over. Yeah, well, just don't offer the hand. So it's about setting up the idea with the cue. Here, will you move those?
Yeah.
The hand target, and he'll be like, what? And then he'll hit it, right?
Uh-oh.
Let's say, I don't know. You'll say, he'll be like, huh? And then you'll put it out there when he's doing the huh thing. And the huh thing is the point. You want him to be like, what? And then have it shoot out there and have him go, oh my God, did that really happen? And now he watches for the trigger. And now he's going to give you some of that whip it start. Right? You're going to have the thing to get him expectant and to view the interaction as an opportunity. Right? Hopefully that makes sense. Because we're not looking for him to do it well. You did fucking awesome. Like everything was awesome. He performed really well, right? But it was in those few instances where you were a little bit novel, where you could notice his kind of animation within those few sessions, and we want to do more of that. I got a whole thing. I'm going to throw a bunch of shit at you in the phenomenology play section of the site. Good luck. Kind of has to do with how we do that. So, super stoked though. So this wait next, I think, is what we're going to call that game now, Michelle. I think we're going to call that game next. And by the way, Michelle, the thing that you struggled with in the video was the next part. What happens after the first thing? And when you threw the cookie and you had those moments of like, wow, this is amazing, right? When you had that going on, you didn't have the glue to keep it going back into what you were doing. And that next stuff, that is what this wait next is. If that makes sense. I think it probably does. I think you know what I'm saying. So we'll work on that. When you do this wait, that, formerly, which is now this wait next, right? When you do that, there's a transfer of initiative there. You ask him up, you have the initiative. Once you give him the trigger, it's his gig, right? He gets up there, you tell him to wait, you've just taken the initiative back. How does he resolve that? He looks at you. You offer him the position, the next, right? And so in your case with the target, he would go over and pound the target. Wait, and he would look at you, huh? And you would say, target, boom. And then he would jump over on it because he knew the game. And that's what we want to get within this, is that piece of knowing the game outside of initially doing the trick. On the offense part, everyone's good. Everyone's good playing offense. Yeah, I line the dog up, we do the trick, fuck yeah. It's after that happens, when the dog has the initiative, when the dog has the toy, when the dog can't get the cookie.
When we're on defense.
Yeah, when we're on defense, when
the handler's on
responding.
defense.
When we are responding to what the dog offers. And it's a simple metric, and this wait next, that primal game from Play Plus, is super cool because it is that process. The dog gets up there, you ask him to wait. You mark and ask him to wait sometimes. Like they get to wait as a cookie, let alone, that's why, yeah. They get to wait as a cookie, right? And then we move on. That loads up that expectancy, right? And we can within, after we do the trick, we have to hook up with the dog, grab the dog, put the dog in position, and be happy and fucking satisfied to go after the next rep. And it's literally that navigation of, you mark with weight. So there are two markers that we use, and I'm calling these expectant markers. I wasn't supposed to get fucking weird. It's all right, nobody's here anyway, like usual. So expectant markers, and those are markers that are loaded. I was talking to John earlier about these. We have markers that are like loaded. We have the cue as a marker, right? So the dog is going through, and instead of marking with a positive marker, I give the next cue as the marker for the previous thing in the sequence. It's pretty common technique and concept, right? But I'm calling that an expectant marker, and that's kind of that's not even one, that's just one that I can add. So an expectant marker is yes cue, yes touch, boom, right? And that would be expectant markers maintain the initiative by the handler. When you give a marker, you lose the initiative. Unless your dog understands that it's communicative, that the marker is communicative other than simply a predictor of food, that it's a communication tool. And so when you mark, the dog takes the initiative. They want their cookie. They're going to get their cookie, and everybody knows that. And that initiative is what we're resolving, or what we're dealing with after the reps. That's where the struggle, King, go do dog stuff. It's where the struggle happens with training. We're not prepared for that defense thing. There was another part of that. Something.
I was thinking the when is the cookie not food, or when is the food not cookie, not a cookie.
Yeah. Well, when the dog knows that that's what it is,
Go to DogStuff, King.
Why the food is there when there's a marker. So those expectant markers, they load the dog to there's yes cue, and there's yes trigger. So you would get feet on the thing, yes touch, and you would offer the trigger for the touch, like as part of the cookie. And then there's yes pause. And they're just what I figured that they are is their attunement, their affective attunement ideas from developmental psychology. They're things that we would do, that me and John would do, camaraderie within our game, where we would have an emotional connection, could look each other in the eyes and execute the move. You follow? The mother and the child. The mother attunes herself affectively to the child, and they can share an emotional bond and say things without saying things, right? It's an agreement that we have this this understanding. And I think those markers are really awesome because they allow the handler to keep the initiative. And hopefully that makes sense. Do you understand what I mean by initiative and why you would want to keep it? Or why you would want to do a drill like next weight or this weight next?
Or where's the handler? Or
But where's the handler isn't really that one.
yeah.
Where's the handler is different. So I would use the verbal weight, Michelle, and I would also mark and reinforce with weight. And so when you mark and reinforce with weight, that's that yes weight. That's a really interesting marker. And I don't consider it its own marker, right? Until I start talking to people who I literally, it's just yes and wait. I intercept the cookie jamming, right? I intercept the cookie jam with the wait cue, right? And the reason that I kind of say that they're their own marker is because it's yes, wait, like one word.
Yeah.
Yes dash wait. Or yes dash cue. Right? And that allows me to intercept with the marker and maintain the initiative. I'm betting that my excitement and general thing that happens after this all the time is enough to make the dog appreciate and desire what happens after the marker. That they'll trust it. It's not magic. If what I do after it is terrible, it's not going to work. But if I do something after it that's awesome and it continues to lead to the cookie, we're good to go. So that piece of it for you, when you do the this weight that, or this weight next, get the buy-in by the dog. He's going to jump up there. He's going to look at you, right? When you say wait, he's going to stop and look at you like, what's up, right? Mark that. And you can pay him as the cookie. So you'll do 2 pedestals. Or no, you have the 2 spots. So you could pay him to the other one. Like literally as he gets up on the first one, hits it, wait. Bang, present the touch, give the touch cue, touch, boom. And he'll jump on it. And that would be the trigger, right? So that would be yes, trigger. And that's like one of the expectant markers, right? Is to do yes, action. Do the thing. Yes, boom, we do the thing. And that's awesome. Everybody fucking loves that, dude. That is like, holy shit, right? And you can, yes, cue. Right? He hits it. Wait. And then from the wait, you could give the touch. And boom. And give the trigger. And get the cognitive weight on the touch. And him lighting up at the touch trigger the clarity of that communication. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. I'm super stoked about those 3 games, but they're so freaking, I don't know, elemental. Yeah. Right? They're not even games. That's the thing, as far as we know them.
Yeah. Yeah, but to the dog, I mean,
Yeah.
When you did it
that's-
with Cupcake earlier, she was lighting up like fireworks.
Yeah. Yep. Where is the trigger? You know, and it literally is that. It's not where's the trigger from front position. It's not where's the trigger from sit. It's where's the trigger. Right? Touch. Oh. What do you think, huh? What do you think? Yes. Oh, that was awesome. Right? Where is the trigger, Ron? Where is it? You ready? Touch.
So pitiful.
Yes. Wow. He is terrific. Right? And just that little gamified, literally just that little gamified thing on when I offer the ability to do it. When I have trouble with positioning to start, or I select a skill, you selected a skill where he essentially has to come through, you know, from in front of you. And so he had to be there. You had to sit him. Don't do that. Go do dog stuff. You had to sit him. There's a whole bunch of stuff that falls out of that. When you do where's the trigger, when you do these primal games, those things are not in play. They're not what we're focused on. Right? We're focused on where's the trigger. We're focused on this, wait, next.
Yeah.
Quite literally. You know, and it doesn't matter if I can satisfy when you're doing forms.
King, go do
When
dog
you're doing
stuff.
forms, when you have things that are laid out that are going to help you do work, you have to do them and let them work for you. Right? You have to do them and let them do the work for you. And if you do that, they work, right? And the rules for this are no different. You do where is the trigger, and then the dog wants to know where the trigger is. So where is the trigger is one game, and that is verbal pause, aporia. Nobody can take the question. Is it Tick City?
No, I had a
Nobody can
loose
take the
hair and it just
question.
felt like it.
And then trigger. And that's best done, do it first with the hand target. And you can give him like a chasing hand target if you want, but you want to get 1 to 3 seconds, closer to 3, between the cue and the trigger. And it doesn't matter if he's looking at you, it doesn't matter if he's leaning left or looking right, or if he's not even really done eating his cookie. Preferably if he's not done eating his cookie.
That
right?
whole loading.
Well, yeah, and so like he's eating his cookie, and it's fine. You cue then, and he like takes the last bite of the cookie, right? And you pop the hand out there for the hand target. He goes, "What? I was eating my cookie," and then he runs over and hits it. And now he's interested. It's novel. It's creative, and that's what we want to get. Right? That's what we want to get. We want to get that that live thing, and it happens in these little moments. You know, epic touch. Right? You can see it. Yes, good man, right? You're loving that. Oh my God, let me do it, right? And that's because he knows that the once that cue happens, the trigger's going to happen, and that's exciting. It's so much better than anything else I got going on here right now.
That'll do, King.
And that's game number 1. And once you do that, just where is the trigger, right? Once you do that, then you can add the through and stuff. Through that there is the trigger, you're going to get a sense of mystery, and
Thank you,
he's
King.
going to get
Go
a
do dog
little more
stuff.
poppy and less, or less and more whippety, and you know what I mean. He'll get sharper and he'll get a little less logy, right? He'll have something that's opportune, and he'll dig it, right? And then you'll take that into your play, and you'll have it on your through, and it won't be like this rigid, I'm doing the, where's the trigger? You'll give the trigger, and you'll surprise him, and you won't be afraid to give the verbal while he's like taking the 35 seconds to munch down his cookie, his single. Hang on, getting the fucking toothpicks and shit out, right? Napkin. You can make him eat that cookie right away by giving him a cue and allowing him that pregnant dude. Go do dog stuff. So your position there,
Yeah.
you see how small? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
So I was like that.
Yeah.
And
And what you want to do from there is close it. So you're there, right?
Yeah.
You're there. If the dog doesn't, you close it.
Yeah, that's
And
kind of.
now, I don't know, man. Maybe you get in a lot of trouble for getting bit from underneath by a dog who doesn't like you. And I kind of see that now. But I push them off, right? By getting smaller.
Yeah.
Right, by
And
it, you're
I had
already
tried that.
pegged. Yeah, you're already pegged though.
Yep.
It's not gonna work.
And I think it's Fern.
Could be.
Yeah.
Give him a mean dude the next time he comes
Yep.
up. Mean dude is negative marker, guys. Sue me. Okay, so where is the trigger? I'm glad you asked, Michelle. I am glad you asked. So where is the trigger is this. Okay, so where is the trigger is now. Okay, and that is cue, touch, aporia. I choose not to take the question for philosophical reasons that will amaze and elucidate and improve your humanity. Trigger. Right? And that's where's the trigger. And it actually does those things. Right? It does those things. It helps the dog understand that, yeah, he'll be scarred for life. Helps the dog understand that they're in on the game. They're in on the trigger happening. You know what I mean? They know what we're doing, and all I want to do is watch that thing execute. Right? So that's the part that everybody's good at with dog training. That's the part that everybody's good at. That is doing the trick, right? Now, we do the trick, touch. Now what happens? Blink, blink, right? All of the work happens after you do the trick, and next is essentially defense. Next is this wait next. We start with the action. And this is actually achieved now. This is an old version. Yep, I did it, didn't I? I think I did. Yep. Hang on. I'm sorry. Nope. Hang on. John, entertain everyone. Good luck. I'm not. Don't feel like you have to entertain everyone. Don't do it, John. Don't do it. Oh, I have so many files, guys. It's completely ridiculous. I think it's in documents. It is. Yes. Look at that. See? So the second part. When the dog gets the cookie from doing the target, right? When they get the cookie, that is the achievement. They're given the trigger, they run over, they get it, they get the cookie. That whole thing is kind of what I'm calling achievement. You have all that time with which to prepare. Get your fucking shit together. That's the lesson from next. It starts with the achievement, and you have to get your shit together after the achievement, you as the handler, because the dog is coming off wanting opportunity, right? The dog is coming off wanting opportunity. So you have to be prepared. We read the dog. We have this moment of aporia, right? This moment, I might call it opportunity, right? We read, and then here we have opportunity. And this is the opportunity to interact with the handler, and the handler's opportunity to interact with the dog. And that interaction is going to connect the team again, right? And that interaction. Oh, I want. You got to explain that. You got to explain that because I think it totally could be as simple as that, Michelle. But yeah, the dog achieves. We prepare. We read. There's an opportunity. I can free shape it with aporia, right? I can cue it right now and capitalize on the fact that the dog is full and like empty. He just achieved it. I don't even really want this disc. I can cue right there and capitalize on that, right? I could let the dog run a little bit, let him stew on his victory, and then cue drop. But I get to choose the opportunity. And then, oh, funny. What, you guys can't see that? Thanks, John. You make a
Hey, man.
You'll make
no problem.
You'll make a hell of a key grip someday. Sorry, guys.
Dude.
So
Go to DogStuff.
when the dog achieves, they eat the cookie, they take the trigger, right? And this is where everyone's good. We're good there. That's offense. And then we do the trigger, and they take that, yes, awesome, and they get their cookie. You have to be prepared. And then you read the situation. And when the dog, after they achieve, they release to opportunity. They're going to release to opportunity. And you need to be that opportunity. You have to be prepared, right? And Michelle, when Mojo released to you, you made him sit in the game. You wrangled him up, right? And he had already kind of stopped and was drifting, and he didn't anything. But he had to sit from that point too. He had to like get his shit together, like he was in second grade, and get in line, kind of thing, right? And we don't need that, right? There's not a lot of opportunity in that. And what you want to do instead, we tell him. Target, and he walks over and he hits the target. Wait, as he hits it with this expectant wait cue, right? Wait, and he's like, what? And then you go, touch, boom, and you offer him, or target, boom, and he goes and hits the other target. He hits it, yes, you throw the cookie, right? From that cookie, every single time you're at achieve. You have to prepare, read, create opportunity, connect, lead him into position. And you don't even need to lead him into position most of the time. You can get him stable and turn here and be in position. And you just don't know those things because you always work from front position. And I say you, I mean every fucking one. Right? Everyone. We have this front position bias. I was talking to John earlier about the flip. You tell somebody to do a flip in Frisbee. 50% of the time they'll send their dog through first. Right? And that's because that's how I feel good and groovy when I do the flip thing. And if you have to do that, that's an issue. That's trouble.
Yeah.
Right? That's trouble. And most people don't have to do it. They like to, and that's cool. But if you have to, it's trouble. All right. So we're going to do the four hands form, I think. Oh, good luck throwing the four hands form after throwing disc golf. You'll appreciate this.
Yay.
We threw some disc golf discs this week. John's up here for a little bit, hang out. And yeah, throwing golf afterward is, or throwing disc dog stuff afterward is interesting. So we're going to go through the four hands form, right? Four hands form. Do you guys have any throwing questions or anything you want to hit on? Michelle, do you know what I'm saying there? We're practicing this. Oh, I'm sorry. This weight next. The dog jumps up on the pedestal. Wait, they've achieved. I give the weight cue. I still have initiative somehow. How did I manage that? Didn't go through that, did I? When the dog gets their cookie, the achieve, they have the initiative. We're following the dog. We're preparing. We're following the dog. We're reading. We're following the dog. In this opportunity stage, we're trying to wrangle initiative from the dog. And I don't want to wrangle it. I want me and the dog to go, hey, dude, let's do the thing and fucking get this thing going. Right? I want this opportunity, this aporia here. I use it as aporia most of the time so my dog can look at me and ask me the question. At which point in time I give them the answer. And then, like, as soon as they catch and get their shit together, they look at me and say, what's up, Ron? You know? And that's how I want it to go down. So all of that is the dog's initiative. Right? Once the dog eats their cookie, they have the, especially if they're far away, they have control of the ball. They have the game. They're on offense. Hopefully that makes sense. So what happens within the game there is we kind of steal the initiative back in the achieve stage, up on the first pedestal or over there to this thing. And I like to use yes, wait, that expectant marker. I don't ask everyone to do that. Some people are creeped out by it. It's fine. I use yes, wait. That forward loads the yes, or the wait. And from the wait, I then wait for eye contact. When the dog gives me eye contact, I just offer the trigger for the next skill, right? Or cue trigger right next to each other, you know. In your case, it would be target, right? So the dog's up there, I would wait, and we would be like, oh my God, this is fucking amazing. And then the dog would go, ah, and look up at me. And when they looked up, I might say, yes, touch, or yes, target, and send. Or I would just, when the dog looked up, target and send. And what happens is the dog realizes in the wait that they give me eye contact and I will trigger. And I'm not going to do it all the time, but it gives the dog the expectation and the understanding that within this sequence, I do the thing. You will tell me
Thank
that
you,
I'm
King.
right,
Go do dog stuff.
right? And then I will look to you, and we will make it happen. And it keeps the dog with us. And it brings the dog in on the joke, on the trick, on the game. And then the dog knows, right? And then they like those little things like, yes, wait. Yes, hoop. Right? Yes, hoop. And I pause, man, fucking Cupcake's like, oh my God, let me do the hoop. Let me do the hoop. Right?
The frosting is melting off the cupcake.
Yeah, the frosting is just totally fucking flying off. So they then like that interaction, and they know what's happening within the interaction. And within, again, the dog jumps on the pedestal, they achieved. We mark wait or yes wait. We steal the initiative back. We prepare. There's nothing to read. And then we have the moment where we do nothing, right? And the dog gives me eye contact. I take the eye contact and I offer next very directly, marked or unmarked. Marked if I really want it nice and sharp and cognitive. Unmarked if I just want the dog to kind of get the idea. And what happens is the dog gets into that situation and they wait and they wait. And they wait for the trigger. And now they're looking for the trigger and they're waiting. And if they don't know what to do, they stop and look at you. And that's what needs to happen in next. We need to be able to negotiate that on every rep of every behavior. Yeah, it's I don't know what it is. I'm calling it an expectant marker, Michelle. I'm calling it an expectant marker. It's loaded. It's loaded with expectancy, right? That need to fulfill. All three of them. The one is loaded with opportunity. The other is loaded with whatchamacallit, achievement, and the other one is I can't remember. It's Q aporia trigger. Yes Q, yes trigger, yes pause, or yes aporia. And essentially you're just playing on those three things.
Go do dog stuff.
And it just leaves it wanting to go forward. So when I say yes hoop, I give them the marker and I maintain the initiative. They get it, they get the marker and go, sweet, I'm right, hoop, it's next, let's do it. And it's a really nice marker. So, expectancy markers, that's part of my shtick. It goes under affective attunement in the book. You'll have to check that out. So, Michelle, in class, one of the things that we do in class, that actually for people who are in the dog sport, it's something like that. I don't know if I would ever fucking do that though. That would take some balls to do that one. But yes, that would be an expectancy cue. Yes, it would. Right? Yes. And I'm talking about the fly ball. The fly ball situation. I don't know if you could do that, but that would be the idea for sure. And what was I going to say about them though? Yeah, you kind of threw me with the yes ready. It's like that's like the tactical nuke of fucking expectant markers. I find that I use them all the time, and within Play Plus, within this thing that I'm trying to create, this idea of that need to get that thing resolved is a big player. When the dog does what we just said, when the dog looks in and is like, "Hey, dude, are you gonna do this thing?" and I say, "Fuck yeah, I am. Do the thing," and the dog gets it, and we do it together like that, they're in it, right? They're in it, and it's real easy to play games with them then. Dude, to have the expectancy marker, and to use their desire to do the thing as a cookie, right? The cookie winds up being like a bridge between now and next. It isn't even the point, I don't think. I don't think the scoring of the baskets is the point of basketball.
It's all about the fundamentals.
It's about doing the thing, you know, and the points matter for sure. The points are they're the arbiter, but I don't think it's about putting it in the hoop necessarily.
I'm sorry, King. Fern is not here.
He likes you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so dude, don't do that. No
The sports
humping
anchor.
the guests. No humping the guests. Oh, in class. Okay. Yeah. Hang on. Let me get back to that. It was rather important, Michelle. So. Forgot. Your yes ready thing threw me over the moon. Made me laugh, actually. Yeah, I just gave him the yes ready marker. That shit was live.
All right, 4 hands for him.
Yep. I'll try and recall. Gross. You ready, Cupcake? You're gonna sit up on the pedestal and be good. Are you? In class, we were talking about expectancy markers and expectancy. I got nothing for you, Michelle. So here, let me do this real quick. So where's the trigger with Cupcake, right? Cupcake. Touch. Oh. Yes, good girl. Epi, stop. Okay. Up. Yes, wait. That's that expectancy marker. Touch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened? I got nothing. I know, this is super aggressive. She's never done that off the ball. Up. So there was no where's the trigger on that. Touch.
She's not putting her head to it.
Well, it's a fucking springboard. Come on. Yes, good girl. All right, let me do it. Let me do it on a smaller scale here. So, touch. Yes, good. Here's what I want to get at, Michelle. Touch. Boom. Yes. Right? It doesn't matter where she's standing. Touch. Yes. Toss it over there. Touch. Boom. Yes. What? Holy shit. Eye contact. Yes. Toss a cookie. Touch. Boom. Yes. Right? All that's happening is that go do dog stuff. And that's like a super long session. It should be 5-7 reps. Just enough for you to be able to set that up in some kind of playful fashion. Is yes ready? I can't even imagine what yes ready is. Yeah. Yeah, that's like fucking explosion, I bet, dude. That's amazing. That's amazing. I can only imagine. And I think that would probably be an expectancy marker. So expectancy is that need to be fulfilled. The seeking system operates on expectancy, right? And that desire, that need to be filled, right? I expect that, and I must have that. I must have that, right?
Dude.
It's that kind of situation. So anyway, let's do the four hands form. Let's see if we can get these guys. So we'll do the four hands form. Yeah, I don't know. It'll probably work with this camera setup. I don't know. We'll see. So you want me to go through it first, or do you want to go through it first?
It doesn't matter to me.
Are you sure?
I mean, backhand, sidearm.
Backhand, sidearm, push,
Overhand
wrist flip. Do
Yeah.
it. Yeah, you got it.
Backhand.
Boom. Excuse me.
Sidearm.
Excuse me. This is great. Dude. Overhand wrist flip, backhand, sidearm. Cupcake. Dude, chill.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yay, go ahead. Go grab them. That wasn't bad, dude. So, what do you think that you should focus on? So we're gonna loading. I think that's a good one to focus on. So this form is a framework. It's a zigzag. The first one I throw over there. The second one I throw over there. The third one I throw over there. The fourth one I throw over there. I'm going to throw them all at the net, so I'll switch directions. So I'll go backhand to 2, switch, load. Go sidearm to 1, boom, switch, load. Push to 2, switch. Overhand wrist flip to 1, switch. Backhand to 2, switch. Sidearm to 1. And it's side to side. And with that, we can work the technical aspects of those 4 throws. We can work reading the dog. I'm going to do one more of reading the dog. So I'm going to read the dog after every, I wish I had my Where My Dog At shirt.
I was just thinking that
Where
too.
my Where My Dog At shirt. So I'm going to play Where My Dog At with the 4 hands form. So again, when I throw backhand, I send my dog around, I throw over there. When I throw sidearm, I send my dog around, I throw over there. The push throw, it goes to the right. And the overhand wrist flip goes to the left. So when I make the throw here, my dog is coming from over there. After I make the throw, where my dog at? And I'm going to pretend that I got my dog coming in on a line where we can catch the sidearm on the 1. That'll be the dog coming from over there. And I'll make the throw and I'll be like, where my dog at? And I'll line up here for the push. And my dog is coming here. And I'll make the throw where my dog at, and I have the overhand wrist flip. And I want to do that with my dog in mind. And I'll tell you why afterward, and we'll have John throw. So I'm going to throw the backhand to 2, switch. I'm load. Where's my dog? There he is. Boom, switch, load. There he is. Boom, switch, load. Here he comes. Epi, you fucking badass. My bad, Epi. Boom, switch and load. And I want to imagine my dog. In that imagination, I'm going to then take it out on the field sometime and do it with a zigzag, and we'll see how close it matches.
Yeah.
And so you can do something like that. John is going to put the focus on loading the discs. So he's going to be loading before the disc hits the net.
Yep.
Right? So he's going to be loading the next disc before the disc hits the net. And you can back up just a hair. We can probably throw from here.
So yeah, it's, you know, clockwise go to 2, counterclockwise go to 1.
Load. Don't fucking do it. You can do it or... All right. So when you load, you want to load to your backswing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about. Yep.
And you want to load to the place you throw from. So I throw from right here, right? My backhand, I throw right here, right? That's where my backhand is. So I'm going to load right there.
Yeah.
My sidearm is here, right? My sidearm is right here, boom, right? So when I load, I'm going to load to right there, boom. Right, so I load right to my sidearm, boom. My push throw is right here, boom. My overhand wrist flip is right there. Boom. My backhand, boom. Overhand wrist flip. Pow. So John, when you load, you want to load to that. And what you'll find is that these huge expressions,
Yeah.
your overhand
Minimalized.
wrist flip way back here, sideways, and that whole position, yeah,
Yeah.
that's not it,
Yeah.
right? It'll be catch it high, turn it outside, pull.
Yeah.
Right? You're right here, it's right there, just pull. And this form will help you do that. So give it another shot and try to load into your backswing. Let me get out of the way.
I was just
I
loading
would
in.
take it with light plastic. I ain't taking it with fucking heavy plastic. So yeah, just try and just load to it. Don't think about it at all. So
And
yeah,
then-
wait and make the
And I
toss.
should have, but
Boom, switch. Switch.
oh,
Switch.
okay. And then you can.
So when you load, you're
The focus was on loading to the
yeah,
backswing.
Load it.
Not-
load it. Yeah,
not-
Let's do another one.
Yeah, it was a different-
Let's do
change
some
the
more.
focus on
Let's
that
do some
one.
more. You were focused on the backswing, but you were focused on throwing it right away.
Okay.
You were like it was an in-flow backswing. Do you follow?
Okay. Did
Right? Like
see
you were
where-
loading so you could sling
Yeah.
in time like it were a backswing. There should be 6.
Yeah, I'm missing one. Where are my dies?
Savage.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
So yeah, when you get there, we can also pose with this. Let's pose this time. So you'll load and pose, make the throw. Boom, switch, load and pose. Pose with the sidearm. Right? You ready? Yeah, and bang, make the throw, switch, load and pose. Boom, switch, load and pose. Pow, yeah.
And I don't know why I'm going from the sidearm back to the overhand wrist flip versus backhand to sidearm.
I didn't even notice. Didn't even notice.
But it's that.
But
clock
on that
versus-
one, you didn't like load it so you could sling.
No, there was
Yeah.
that aporia, the pregnant pause, that whole
Boom. You
thing.
got to check it.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. Jack already put it on a t-shirt. I could use it though. It's my term. It's my term. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, don't want that one
one or
getting
two
chewed
more.
up.
Do one or two more. And focus on the pose again. So load. So check this out. He wanted to focus on the load. Focusing on the load put you into this like slingshot mode.
Yeah.
Focusing on the pose makes the load necessary,
Yeah.
right? So we're making this load necessary but not focused on. It's not the thing he's trying to do. So it just happens like it's almost like a back chain. You know, and I know it's not a
Unintended
back chain.
consequences.
Yeah. No, it works. It works pretty well. It's a pretty common thing. Boom, pose, switch, pose. Read the dog. Bang, switch, pose. Boom, switch, pose. Switch, pose. Switch, pose. So on that overhand wrist flip,
Yeah.
when you load, you're loaded here, and you're throwing from there. It needs to be loaded into a vertical to unthrowable. You're loading it into throwable. You're loading it into the trigger.
Okay.
Did you catch what I mean?
Yeah, slightly, but yeah.
So when you load the overhand wrist flip, if you load it here, you're throwing it. That's the trigger.
Oh.
You have to load it here, so it can't be. Yeah. So because there's no vertical.
So
vertical is uncatchable, right? Vertical is uncatchable. Catchable. That's the trigger. So loading to here, you've loaded to the trigger.
Yeah.
Too close, right? So you want to load upside down to here and upside down to here. No, upside down. Turn them upside down. So you have it regular backhand, right? Boom, there.
Yeah.
And this one there. And there. Yeah, make it a little tiny toss. Yeah, just drop it. And now load it again.
No.
Turn it over. Boom. There.
Yep. Oh.
So you turn it over on the way in. Look.
Yep.
Look at your hand. Watch it. Yep. Go ahead and then do it to your overhand wrist flip.
No. It would
Look at it. Yeah. It'll be right there. Yeah. Yeah, don't get in that thing of not looking at it either. Don't get in that thing of not looking at it. You're like, oh, let me do it up here in my brain. Don't fucking trust your brain. It doesn't know how to do it yet. It doesn't know how to do it yet. You can't trust it. It doesn't know. It'll tell you, just close your eyes and let me think about it. Use the force, Luke. It's literally asking you to do that too. It's literally asking you to do that all the time. Just use the force, Luke. You don't need to look at this. That's stellar. Bottom disc. Okay, we'll go over it. So, left hand holds, right hand gathers. And it gets cracked in. I don't know why I know why. I turned everything down. Hang on. It's only, it's at 800. It shouldn't be there. There we go. That should be better. So you grab from the bottom, right? You grab from the bottom,
That'll do, Cupcake.
and you turn it upside down and grab from the bottom, either here or here. So be sidearm upside down, and you just grab here. Upside down, you grab here for the overhand wrist flip. For the push throw, you go here, you grab the bottom, always grab from the bottom. That's the only way to get one that's clean and guaranteed, and make the throw. Right? When you pick them up, you're sitting on my demo stool, John.
I know.
You're on my demo stool. I have another demo stool I could use. Epi, get off. Nope, nope. Ooh, right? Go. Don't need you. So, the discs are all over. You hold in your left, and you crack up in your right. Epic. Yeah, okay, good. Get back. I don't need an assistant. I don't need an assistant. You're not even good at this. Go. You're very bad at this. And right hand gathers, and it cracks up in there. Right? It cracks up in there, and you can see them fanning out. Cracks up. We squeeze tightly here, crack them up in there. And that fans them out nicely so we can get them from the bottom, right? And it also, it's really sturdy, like you can get up with it. You can use it as a cane for your Frisbee knee. And we go from the bottom, boom, pow, boom, pow, boom, fuck, pow, and then left hand gathers, or left hand holds, right hand gathers, crack it up in there, bang. And slow is smooth and smooth is fast, right? Shooting term, boom, sidearm, push, overhand wrist flip, backhand, sidearm. Grab it, left hand holds, right hand gathers, crack them up in there. Boom, 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 boom. Squeeze, fan. Go to dog stuff. Squeeze, fan. Go to dog stuff. Disc Quan Do at the dojo. Like Russian dolls. Oh no. Oh no, I'm literally out of papers. Holy shit.
Here. Hold on.
That is not okay. Oh my God, dude. Oh no. Yes, I have one more pack of papers. Ha! Ha! Yay. All right. So, Michelle, you down on that?
Like the Tershka dolls, Byron.
Like the Russian dolls, Cupcake. The Russian Merles. Das Russian Merles. It is 10:32 in Dojo Land. That's a good name. That's a good name, Michelle. Dojo Land is a good name. This might be Dojo Land. Welcome to Dojo Land. I like it. Yeah. So I am super excited about these expectancy cues, expectant cues. Yes, ready. Byron, you need to send me an engineer's schematic on yes, ready. It's funny, dude. Can't even imagine that. But yeah, so this idea of affective attunement, I'm pretty stoked about it. Actually, it's a little comes from neonatal development and infant developmental psychology. But we do like so much of it, and it's so important. It's the stuff that like if you run this thing, if you run this thing here well, the achievement, you read the dog, you present opportunity, and you connect well, right? Like, dude, they're so in it to win it. Like, they're so in on the game. It's so cool. It's so fun. Anyway, they like the special knowledge expectancy markers. They like to be tricked. Don't you, Appy? This is why I play the game, Ron.
Delayed dopamine.
Right? Another thing, Michelle, reward prediction error, the time frame, 1 to 3 seconds. You want to have that, and you want to crank out these reps. You want him flying around. Throw those cookies. When he's walking in, give him the touch cue, give him the verbal. It's fine. He can be walking in, right? Right when he arrives, flash out the trigger. Flash out that thing, right? Be like, holy shit, man. Wham! And he'll want it. Right? He'll want it because it's exciting.
Yes, Ready might be a little too much for that situation.
Yeah, yes, Ready might be a bit extraneous. All right. So what else we got? You guys got anything? No, you can't say anything resembling Ready around a fly ball dog. And then I said, don't say it! Don't say it! Like the whole freaking building. Don't say it. All right. So I guess you got it. You got it. So yeah, offer that hand target, and then when you do this weight next, mark the first one with weight. When he looks at you, you may or may not mark that, depending on how you feel about marking and offering behavior as a cookie. When he looks at you, either mark it, give the behavior as a cookie, give the cue trigger like as a cookie. Mark it, give the cue as the cookie, and then give the trigger. And you can kind of make him adhere to the trigger. Or mark it with the cue. So when he hits, or when he gives eye contact, just give the cue and follow with the trigger. And what you're just trying to get is him buying into the fact that when I get done with this, I'm likely to look at you, at which point in time you'll tell me what to do. I will cede initiative to you. I will look to you to give you initiative for the next round. That's what we're looking to establish with this. Yeah, well, be careful saying Ready around fly ball, people. Right, Byron? Be careful. Could be the funniest part of the night or the saddest part of the night. Epi knows. You know. You know. Super awesome. All right. Well, I think we'll take off. We did our 2 forms. We didn't do much else. Sorry. Epi was awesome. No, Ron. I was epic.
And now Cupcake has to stay up on.
Oh gosh. Wow. Cupcake off. Are you kidding? Look at my big girl. Holy cow. She fell asleep in a stay on a pedestal during work in a live stream. Oh my God. I'm so proud.
Yeah, now guess what? The real work starts.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But I was supposed to have the field graded. And it doesn't look like the field's going to get graded. I'm going to get the what would you call them? The furrows. I think they're beyond. Yeah, I think they're furrows. We got furrows in the field. Goddamn
They look
furrows.
like old drainage ditches.
Yeah, yeah. Or where the horses would walk if they were in a, like where the livestock would walk.
Possibly.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, I'm gonna play us out with badass meme roll something. I do plan on that, Byron. I do plan on that. We should have some big lights out there. Should have been this year. Should be this year. We can probably still do it this year. Halloween, I think I might do a Play Plus camp. Yep.
It's really nice out here that time of year.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that would be nice to show. Bunch of stuff. I have a Lorax camera system here now. I might be able to put something out back. All right, let's do the patron thing. I didn't do any Griff links. What else is new? All right. Special thanks to our patrons. Yep, you got it, Michelle. Hit me up if you need anything. Show wouldn't be going on without these guys right here. They will also be getting credits in my upcoming book. They got credits in my last book. And I'm Ron in Dojo Land. Become a patron. That's just not doing it with the sound effects so low. I'm going to do it again. Just because it actually is.
Do or do not. There is no try.
See. All right. And, yep, Halloween. Greek kids are going to be there, Byron. The Greek kids are going to be there. Some German lady might be too. That would be super cool. That'd
Really?
be super cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna play us out with meme roll number something.
7.
Meme roll number. Close the show. Right there. 19.
More Tesla numbers.
Have you seen this? We're still on, by the way.
Yeah. I haven't seen the full one yet, no.
Turn the audio off. We'll see you, Byron. Have a good one, guys. Thanks
See
a
you guys.
bunch.